they dreamt of a fire and woke to the smell of smoke. But there was no fire, only ash on the windowsills, spelling a name they didn't recognize. This is WHAT 98.1 AM, broadcasting from nowhere, just north of the island. I'm Vera Lynn, keeping you company tonight. The gas station at the edge of town still hasn't fixed its sign. The O flickers in and out, and depending on the moment you drive past, you might see a bright hello hanging in the dark. Other times, with the letter gone, the greeting feels incomplete. Dreams can be like that, whole for a while, then missing something you can't quite name. They slip, they return, and before you know it, you're not sure what belongs to the day and what was carried over from somewhere else. Let's see where the night takes us. Here's Mysterions by Portishead. That was Echo Beach by Martha and the Muffins and The Sea by Morcheeba. Funny how both of those songs reach for places that aren't really there. An escape, a horizon, a shore you might never touch. Music has a way of holding the shape of a memory, even if the moment never happened. It can feel as real as anything else you've carried with you. You're listening to WHAT 98.1 AM. We've got a familiar voice on the line with us tonight. Marguerite, welcome back.
Evening, Vera. You know, it's too hot to sleep tonight. The kind of heat that settles on your skin and hums. Even the floorboards are sweating.
When the house itself starts to sweat, you know it's going to be a long night.
No breeze, no sleep. Just a still kind of quiet. I've been sitting here on the porch for hours. The trees aren't moving, but I can tell they're listening.
It has been unusually warm for this time of year. Has Silas been keeping you company through these hot nights?
I asked Silas to go into the woods this morning. Told him to check the stream bed near that old oak that split during the hurricane. You remember, it's where I left the pendant that Alessio gave to me. I wanted to see if it's still there.
After all this time?
Oh, I don't know why now. It started showing up in my thoughts again. Not like a memory, but more like pressure. A sense that it's not as quiet down there as it used to be.
That kind of pressure can shift the place in strange ways. Do you think it's changed?
Well, I think something has. The dreams, they're heavier. I keep waking up with this ache in my back like something's trying to grow under my skin. And sometimes, just for a second, I hear that sound again. The one I haven't heard since before I buried it. The one with wings.
Does Silas know what he's looking for?
No, he just thinks it's a strange old piece of jewelry that I had held on to for too long. I never told him what it was. The truth is, I'm not sure I ever really knew. Oh, I didn't want him to be a part of this, but he's part of me, and I suppose that means he already is.
He sounds like someone who won't run if things get strange.
Oh, I hope you're right. I just wanted someone to know where he was and why he's out there, in case the ground gives up more than just that pendant.
Good. We'll have someone keeping an eye out. That way he's not the only one watching the ground.
Well, thank you, Vera. Whatever is coming, I think it started a long time ago, and I'm finally just catching up to it.
Take care of yourself, Marguerite. We'll be here if more needs saying.
I will, darling. Lately, I think the silence is trying to speak.
That was Marguerite with us tonight. Strange nights have a way of keeping people awake, and the phone lines are always open if you need them. If you're out on your porch, if you're driving a back road with the windows down, or you just can't sleep, we're here. We'll take a quick break for our sponsors, and then an uninterrupted block of music to carry us a little further into the night.
I've got some really good news now where the Pizza Inn is reopened. Back under new management, ready to serve you piping hot pies 7 days a week. Former issues resolved. Kitchen fully staffed. Dining room safe, clean, and open late. So if you've been waiting for your favorite booth to open back up, or if you just want to see what they've done with the place this time, stop by the Pizza Inn off Route 9. Pizza Inn, open again, and stay in that way.
That was Body by Mother Mother and Control by Halsey. Before that, Tom Waits with Underground. Some songs drag you down beneath the surface. Others make you feel the weight of your own skin. And some remind you that not everything in the dark is content to stay quiet. You're tuned to WHAT 98.1 AM. The night doesn't just belong to the waking. Sometimes it calls to those still dreaming. And we've got a dreamer on the line tonight. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, Vera. I had another dream. I wasn't sure whether to call, but it's been sitting on me all day.
I'm glad you did. I've been hoping to talk to you about something. We've been getting letters here at the station. A handful so far. Most of them are people describing dreams of their own. A few feel similar to yours. They're addressed to the dreamer. I think they're meant to be addressed to you.
To me? Why would they think I'd know anything?
I'm not sure. What's strange is some of the postmarks. A few aren't from anywhere near nowhere. Places I haven't seen mail come in from in a long time. I don't know how they'd be hearing the broadcast at all.
That doesn't make sense, but neither does the dream, so maybe I should just tell you.
Start wherever it begins.
I dreamed of a map. Not a new one. Old, yellowed at the edges, with towns marked in ink. Roads drawn like veins and rivers curling through it. At first it looked ordinary, but then lines of light began racing across it like cracks through glass. They lit for a moment, then went dark. And when they came back, the map had shifted. A town name gone, a river erased, a road ending in nothing, like someone was rubbing pieces out, but the paper stayed smooth, as if those places had never been there at all. And the more the lines struck, the less there was left to see, until the map itself started to curl like the light wanted to push through and burn its way into the room.
Ooh, that's a hard image to wake with.
I don't know what it means, but I woke up shaking, and after what you said about the letters, I don't know, it feels connected somehow, like something is shifting and the dream is just showing me what's already happening, or what's about to.
If something in you is sounding an alarm, we shouldn't ignore that.
I keep seeing the cracks, even when I'm awake.
That was one of our dreamers tonight. A map that erases itself, cracks of light, places disappearing as though they were never meant to be remembered. Sometimes the night gives us warnings in pieces, and only later do we learn what shape they were taking. As for the letters, if you've written in, thank you. If anyone listening has dreams they can't shake, you're welcome to write in as well. Address it to the station and we'll do our best to sort out what belongs where, though I can't promise how or if. Mail from outside town will find its way here. It hasn't, historically. But these managed to. I might check with the post office tomorrow to see whether they've noticed anything unusual in the sorting bins or anything coming through that shouldn't. Until then, keep your eyes open. Maps don't always stay the same once the night has touched them. We'll be taking a break for a word from our sponsors here, and then we'll keep this party going with another uninterrupted block of music. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Quiet Pines Retirement, where every resident is safe, every room is secure, and every memory is carefully filed away. Do you have a loved one who no longer remembers your face? We can help. Our staff will provide a new face, one they'll recognize, one they'll trust. Here at Quiet Pines, we believe time should move only forward. That's why we've locked the West Wing. And that's why no one is allowed to speak of the 13th hour. The ones who can't sleep through the space between always find their way to Quiet Pines. We keep them comfortable, we keep them safe, and we keep what they become from pressing their faces against your window. Quiet Pines Retirement. We take care of them so they don't take care of you.
That was Ocean Rain by Echo and the Bunnymen and A Forest by The Cure. We began with Pink Floyd, Learning to Fly. Strange how music can carry you upward through the air, out across dark water, and then deep into the trees where the path disappears. If you've ever found yourself walking there, you know the forest doesn't give up its answers easily. It just waits, patient, silent. And if you were tuned in earlier, you may have caught Mayor Renfield's statement from City Council regarding the mass exorcism to be held in Town Square this weekend. Coming up next, we'll be taking calls and playing some of our favorite B-sides. But right now, let's take a look at the weather. Temperatures are expected to reach a high of 57 today, with lows around 36 tonight. The Oracle predicts a shadow storm early tomorrow afternoon where parts of town and the surrounding area will be enveloped in preternatural shadow and appear to be blotted out of existence for several hours. Citizens may feel compelled to attempt to flee before this unnatural darkness, but experts warn this may be a useless endeavor and suggest conserving energy for the journey all those caught in the storm will undergo. While it may feel like years passed to those caught in the storm, rest assured that it will have only been 2 to 3 hours at most. You're listening to WHAT 98.1, broadcasting on the AM from just north of the island. We've opened up the phones and it looks like there's already a call on line 1. You've reached Vera Lynn and you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Vera. It's Sam. I'm Riley's brother. She's called in a few times about what we've been working on with Mr. Keats, the historian. I've never called a radio station before, but I don't really know who else to say this to. Since the lightning, she's different. She keeps filling pages with maps, whole notebooks, I think. And when I ask, she just closes it like I'm not supposed to see. She won't even tell me what they're for. And she goes back to the Cairn site every chance she gets. She just stands there, doesn't say a word, like she's waiting for something to happen.
Have you gone with her?
Yeah, I tried, but it's like I'm not even there. She just looks past me, down at the ground. The last time, I found something burned into the dirt, a mark or maybe a symbol. I had my camera with me, so I took a picture, showed it to Riley. She barely glanced at it, just told me not to keep it. Said some things aren't meant to be carried around like that. And I don't know, when I looked at the print later, it felt like the lines were shifting on the page, like the photo itself wanted me to look away.
What do you think it means?
I don't know. I just keep thinking about the lightning, how it hit, how it spread, and I can't get this question out of my head. Do you think lightning can remember where it's been? That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you for calling, Sam. The lightning again. It took Russell from us, and now it's left its mark on Riley and on Sam, trying to make sense of it. Some things don't pass quietly. They echo until the whole town carries them. I've been speaking with someone I trust about it. The way they put it, the lightning finds the places that are already thin. It doesn't strike at random. It remembers where the cracks are. That may not mean much, but it's enough to remind us. Be careful where you walk. And if you feel yourself drawn to places you don't understand, don't go alone. You're listening to WHAT 98.1 AM. Let's take a moment with the music. First up, Brian Eno, Another Green World. That was Exit by U2 and In Every Dream Home, a Heartache from Roxy Music. 2 songs to leave you wandering through darker hallways and doors that don't always lead where you thought they would. If you heard that just now, it wasn't on your end. The signal's been catching at odd moments tonight, a low hum under the board, like something alive trying to tune itself in. We'll keep an ear on it. You've been listening to WHAT 98.1 AM, broadcasting from nowhere. The hour grows late, and it's time to let the night settle. Wherever you are, porch light burning, car radio glowing, or lying awake in the dark, rest easy. You're not alone. The signal is with you. Until next time, good night.
Hey, it's Dustin. If you're still listening, that means something to us. This show is held together by string and static and people like you. So if you liked what you heard tonight, do us a kindness, subscribe, leave a review, or share the signal with someone who likes strange things. And if you want to help us keep the station running, come find us on Patreon. That's how we keep the lights on, the stories coming, and the static from swallowing us whole. Appreciate you. See you next time.